Welcome to Meaningful Mornings. Last month, I was at the Stamford Library in Connecticut. While I was facilitating a workshop, there was a group discussion, so I was walking around the library, and I saw an exhibit where there was a wooden crate. And from far away, it looked like a crate where they would keep ammo, bullets essentially. And when I came closer, what was actually in that crate were pencils. And the implication is that fights, wars, should not be fought with a bullet, with violence, but rather with pencils, with dialogue. That was a really cool exhibit that still in my mind, I'm sharing that with you. This is the munition that we are arming ourselves with. Dialogue, a dialogue with the divine. We do this through engaging in big thinking. So there's breadth to our mind, long thinking. So there's depth to our mind. When one starts to operate in reference to big space, big time, then that's one coming closer to the divine. This dialogue, though you feel is happening outside, you are practicing this within. Chapter 10, verse 6. Maharshaya sapta purve chatvaro manavastatha. Shri Krishna shares. Chatvaraha purve. The four ancient. He's referring to the Sanata Kumaras. This is theologically. I want to elaborate on Sanat Kumara. In Chandogya Upanishad, chapter 7, Rishi Narada, who's actually a brother to the Sanat Kumara, he goes and shares with him how much he knows. And he knows lots, all about geography, astronomy, grammar, and so on and so forth. So his brother then says, then why are you coming to me to learn? And Rishi Narada shares, I know all of this, but I don't know how to be happy. That's what I want to learn. And the Sanat Kumara teaches him how to be happy. And the main teaching is, Bhumeva Sukham. There is only sukha or joy in Bhuma, big thinking, big living. That's theology in terms of personalizing this. The four ancient is our inner world. Our inner world will not be quiet until it learns how to be happy. Sapta Maharshayaha, the 7 great seers. One of these 7 great seers is Rishi Vyasa, whom we're getting to listen to every day. He has documented the Bhagavad Gita, the Mahabharata. Personally, this is our outer world. See the staging as I'm talking about the outer world. Do you see the, the gross world? The total mind, the total intellect. Madbhava manasa jataha yesham loka imah prajaha. Shri Krishna shares the 4 ancient, the 7 great, and manava, which means us, humans. Manasa jataha, this is a thought of mine. Madbhava, and so this is close to me. For those in our Vedanta and Bhagavata class, do you remember how Sri Krishna was born? Bhagavan Narayana entered the mind of Sri Vasudeva. And Sri Vasudeva loved Devi Devaki so much that he was always thinking about her. So Bhagavan Narayana went from his mind to her mind. And then Sri Krishna was born. And the implication for us is so clear: as you think, so you develop. The consistency with how our maps teach is incredible. How can you not have faith in these maps? And finally, Shri Krishna finishes this verse sharing. You have the 4 ancient, you have the 7 great, you have humans, etc. He's indicating the rest of the lineage. The point being is everything inside of us, everything outside of us, everything in the past, everything in the future, all of this is him. Most specifically, you are him. Today, as I was reflecting on reviewing this verse, I was thinking the most logical thought is I am infinite. Life is infinite. Nothing is exclusive of infinity. This is the most logical thought. Me feeling I was born and I should compete and get attached and so on, that is completely illogical. See how much the divine loves us. It's one message shared again and again and again. If your house was on fire and you were sleeping, suppose you took some medicine or you're drunk, anyone who cares for you will not just say, wake up and leave. Will yell, will shake, will hit you for you to be saved from that fire. We continue. Verse 7, it's the same message. Etam vibhutim yogam cha mama yo veti tatvataha so vikampena yogena yujyate natra samshayaha. What a lovely verse. Shri Krishna shares, Etam, these. What are these? Vibhuti is 1, yoga is 2. Don't think of that in the order. That's just what he's spoken out. Okay, let's try to understand this. What was chapter 9 called? Please share with me in the chat. What was the nama or the name of chapter 9? Raja Vidya, Raja Guhya, which means the greatest secret is that we're divine. That can only be revealed by the greatest knowledge. What is chapter 10 called? It's already been introduced in this first quarter. Vibhuti Yoga. And chapter 11? Well, it's chapter 11 focusing on. That's why we're in Meaningful Mornings to Learn, correct? It is the Virat Rupa Yoga or Vishwa Rupa Yoga. Okay. I'm sharing this with all of you because in this quarter, Sri Krishna states what this chapter is called, Vibhuti Yoga. Yoga means unity. Vibhuti means diversity. In the next chapter, it's going to be spun the other way. This chapter, how unity expresses as diversity. The next chapter, how diversity expresses as unity. So he's making a distinction that Vibhuti is the effect, yoga is the cause. And whose is this? Mama. This is all Sri Krishna's. Yaha, that means the one, a seeker. Veti tattvataha, who knows this in detail. Not in a scholarly way, but feels this. This verse is powerful because it's presenting a if-then. The first line is yaha, if. The second line is then, saha. If you know the unity and the diversity, and specifically that this belongs to Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna's consciousness, the unity is creator, the diversity is creation. What will happen? Avikampena. One will be tremorless. This is very moving. I want to build up to this. How can we practice this chapter, Vibhuti Yoga? One external way, external because this is where it expresses, is to live by less isms. If you think of the isms, they are harming the unity. They're making diversity differences, distances, like racism, sexism, ageism, correct? Sexes are diverse. They're different. They don't have to feel distant. That's more external. Here's more internal. Yesterday in our Bhagavata class, the discussion subject was, what are signs of having a closed mind? Anyone who wants to reflect on this, you can share in the chat. My observation of a sign of a closed mind is one who judges. And how's that different than what I just talked about, the isms? But here's the more deep aspect. Those who are judging feel judged. I can catch myself judging, but are you able to catch yourself feeling like you're being judged? And if you can, if you know that's there, you're feeling that because you're judging. That judging leads to isms, yes? Everyone's making that connection. But if you don't do that, as in no isms, no judging, no feeling judged, vikampa, means to tremor. Now, for us, that essentially means to panic. Is anyone going to be vulnerable enough to put their hand up if I ask you, if you've had a panic attack in your life? Wonderful about your vulnerability, not about the experience, but did you see how many hands were up? You are great. Our community is so great. Shri Krishna is sharing, knowing me in detail, I am consciousness through the creator, through creation. One will never panic. One will always feel quiet. If you reflect on consciousness, it is silence, but maybe that's too hard for us to feel. So it is being quiet. When matters are born, I am quiet. When matters die, I am quiet. Why? That's creation. Depends on creator. Depends on consciousness. Yujyate, one will be established in this. Na atra samshaya, let there be no doubt. If you know, we are already experiencing this. You can't not experience this, but you have to know it. If you know this, you will be established in being quiet. And Shri Krishna is sharing with Prince Arjuna, have no doubt about this. Doubt is the function of the mind. See that connection? No doubt means let the mind be quiet. From inspiration to application. Your application was to keep a pebble in your sock. How many of you tried this? And I didn't consciously make you do this on Friday. That way you had to do it on Saturday and Sunday either. Also, I didn't plan like that. For those who did practice this, that pebble is to help us feel that Shri Krishna is in creation. Like that pebble in your sock, you always felt it, correct? That the cause pervades the effect. See how easy it is to feel things outside. We have to train ourselves to feel these things inside. Your application for today is I want you to rate yourself. 1 is awful, 100 is awesome. How judged do you feel? I'm not saying, do you judge? I am saying, do you feel judged? 1 meaning you feel awfully judged. 100, you do not feel judged. Rate yourself and explain why. Write to me on our website why you've assigned yourself this number. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be safe, be sound, be serene, be joy.